please, for just a few minutes. I promise not to take away from the songs for too long. It's come to my attention that I have too many squires.
I'm the shot.
We always have
Three was the most. So, I'm going to break up the squire squad.
Top squad.
You're firing one of them?
Top squad lives forever, but
Back to
Squire
Paige.
squad only so long.
We're going to cut it back a person. My squire John, who goes by Einar Garmrsson, is going to be his persona name that he developed for himself, is being elevated to the level of knighthood. Einar, would you please come forward? I'm trying to keep the light so people can see a little bit. Try to aim one light at him and one light at me.
There were tiki torches in here.
I didn't have light.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Not yet. For the last 5 years, Einar has spent on his tour of duty with not one but 2 different knights. Well, COVID takes time. But this is a message that I want people to understand, is that COVID has been difficult for us as an organization, and as individuals of an organization. But one should not discount accomplishments that were made during that time. Meaning is very important, the word meaning. And things only mean stuff, they're only really important if we make them important. So some of us use the green belt to recognize a knight, but it doesn't actually mean anything unless you act like a knight. So at least one of the people who sat at your vigil with you said something to that effect earlier today. This don't mean nothing. It's a visual cue, sure, but if you act like a scumbag, nobody cares if you're wearing this. If you're lazy and don't do something, nobody cares if you're wearing one of this. So this is more a visual representation that myself, as your current knight, felt that you deserve to be on our level, but you have to determine whether it has meaning for you or not. Meaning is very important. The sword is my father's sword. This is the sword I'm going to knight you with. This was a piece of my throne that has wood carved on the other side that he's holding incorrectly, but that's okay.
You didn't tell me that.
Ooh. I brought this so that you have something to kneel on, so you don't get all scummed up because the ground is shitty and cold. But these things mean stuff to me. You meant stuff to me, and you still will after this. But the time has come for you to move on and find your own path, that you will continue to help Markland grow and develop as an organization, and help yourself as well. So that being said, are you prepared to advance from Squire tonight? Let's take a quick look. This is funny. Ryan can hold it so it doesn't get scummy. You have Squire brothers for like 2 more minutes. Use
I
them.
don't. Yeah, right.
The time will come when you may find yourself in this position where you may be awarding somebody a green belt. Hopefully you'll remember some of the words that the people spoke to you earlier tonight, the fellow knights that you'll be joining, and Dame that you'll be joining, and hopefully a little bit of what I have taught you, tried to teach you, is remembered as well. But you'll also remember your own stuff, because you're going to be able to do things your own way. So if you think something can be done better, then you should be doing it better. You don't have to do things the way we were doing it. You're being charged with potentially finding better ways to do things. Something which you've already showed a desire and some interest and some success with the work with the plague. So you can kneel and you can use the plank so you don't get scummy. Place your hands on the sword. Do you swear to uphold the values of virtue? Do you swear to uphold the value of fealty to Markland as an organization, not to one individual person?
I do.
Do you swear to use your knighthood only for positive, to help teach, develop, and train other individuals in whatever way you see fit to better Markland?
I do.
This will be the last blow you will ever receive unanswered. Now I will caution people, if ever in your life you have the opportunity to slap a Marine, make sure he's not going to kick your ass afterwards. Ready? I've seen these slap contests they do where they warm up like this. I'm not going to try to knock you over because that's crazy. Yeah. Well, yeah. At this time, I will ask you to remove your red belt. And I understand somebody here you have asked to help put your green belt on. Let's fold this up. You are going to keep this with hope that you will be able to use it for your own squire someday, your own first squire, and that he or she can then pass the belt on to somebody else so that we can keep a little bit of the tree rolling down. So a little bit of me goes to you, a little bit of Seamus came from me, a little bit of Chet came from Seamus, and we keep it rolling downhill so that at least a little bit of the history moves forward and stays with you, and then you add to it. Floater's fault. At this time, in the name of God, St. Michael, and St. George, I dub you Sir Einar, Squire no longer. Please rise. I think I know who, but who did you ask to? Will Dame Liana please come forward? I'm going to lend you my wife. I hope you remember this. You know she likes you. She took her gloves off. She didn't take her gloves off for me. I could be dying.
Been a lot of, actually, no, I've never had to do this before.
Swoop, swoop, and pull.
I know how to do it. It's just backwards on somebody else. You can fix it later. There you go. I can.
My lords and ladies, friends, cousins, I present Sir Einar. Please stand and be recognized. Can we get on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah!
We actually did it right for once.
Woo! There are a few members of the Shiv that